talk about it. John Ryder put it out there. Some fans ran with it as well too. Said he think Canelo is past his prime, but he's still pretty good. A lot of people pointed out Canelo physically didn't look good his last fight. In the last few fights, he didn't look good. He didn't look terrible versus Golovkin. Didn't look all that good versus Caleb Plant physically. He said it was the hand injury. Callum Smith, he ain't really looked spectacular in a hot minute. So I don't know exactly how everybody else felt about it, but people expecting him to knock out John Ryder in a few rounds, but you've been hearing rumors about he had knee issues and stuff, and he said the hand felt good last night after getting it surgically repaired. So you heard things, about just physically breaking down. I think he got 61 fights. So nobody in this era of boxing probably gonna really have 61 fights. Even the ones that did turn professional early in Mexico, they ain't gonna get that at the pace boxing going right now, fighting once or twice a year. A lot of these dudes is gonna be a career achievement to have 30 fights. But I mean, shit, that's what it is. He's 32 years old with 61 fights. At this point, the best thing he can do is just turn around and be right back in the ring and be as active as possible, because when that activity level drop off, then your motor skills in boxing really start to drop off. So he doing the right thing, remaining active, because he gonna have to. Because people think, if he just sit there and rest and take some time off and rest, he'll be good. Nah, man. Metabolism started to change at that age he at. His bone density starting to get more dense at 32 years old. All them different things play a factor. So you gotta use it. You gotta be smarter in how you train. You can't train like when you was 25, but you gotta be smarter with your runs. You gotta be smarter than the surface. With the surface that you're running on. You don't want to really run on no concrete. Kind of run on that track surface. So it's kind of like, just be a little smarter, but he got to remain active so he can keep them fast twitch muscles up. Because if he start not using that shit, he gonna lose it. But of course he on the down slope. The numbers will tell you that. The age number will tell you that. The number of fights will tell you that. And then there's some deficiencies that was already there that people really gonna start to exploit when you move up in weight. You know what I'm saying? And when you start to slow down, that's like some people pointed out with Roy Jones that he was so predicated on athleticism, and then when he slowed down, it was a wrap. And Canelo does some things that a lot of guys gonna take advantage of, as far as loading up his shots like he do and all that stuff. People want to take advantage of that. But yeah, man. A lot of people say, he can't beat this guy, he can't beat that guy. I mean, shit. For years, he wouldn't get in the ring with Jamal Charlo. For years, he wouldn't get in the ring with Jamel Charlo. So what do we honestly expect? I don't expect him to get in the ring with those guys. Benavidez at this point, he fooled. He fooled. He real life fool. I've been saying this, and he blamed his hand, and he blamed this, and he blamed that. He making excuses. He know it's towards the end. And if he really wanted to get back at Bieber, which I'll speak on at a different time, different place, if he really wanted to get down with Bieber, he would have been in the ring with Bieber Saturday night. And more than likely, he would have got his ass whooped. More than likely he would have got his ass whooped. So I mean, at the end of the day, he won't live up to that contract. I don't know how that pay-per-view did. The crowd was amazing. The ring walk was amazing. So I'm not sure how that crowd, what it did pay-per-view wise, but people gonna want to see him incredible fights. Especially to justify $50 million a fight, even though he took a $10 million reduced purse last night to have that fight in his hometown. But Ryder said, I think he passed it. I think everybody else thinking the same thing. But also you gotta remember, he fluctuating between weights. He stayed at 54, 55 too long when he should have been at 60. And all that plays a part. All that starts to play a part and catch up with you later in your career. And he was talking about him going up to cruiserweight and all that bullshit. They can get that kid hurt. You gonna get that kid hurt. And now when you start to slow down, what really starts to show is your true fundamentals, your true technique. That's what really kept Bernard Hopkins around. That's what kept Floyd Mayweather around. That's what keep you in it to win it. And you're gonna start to see how good his technique is. And you wanna wonder, do he wanna hang around past his prime? Far past his prime. But I think people, the narrative and the knee-jerk reaction gonna be like, well, this is why he never fought the Charlo brothers, or Charlo twins, Jamil and Jamal. This is why he avoided Demetrius Andrade. This is why he didn't fight David Benavidez, or won't fight David Benavidez. And it could be a case. And some people swear up and down that he would smoke those guys. And I feel like if you can smoke those guys and you're gonna get paid, why not get in the ring and improve your point and build your legacy? You don't have to fight them back to back. But it's been over like damn near a 10-year period that he's been avoiding these guys. So he knows something that we don't know. And then the fans go, oh, he didn't deserve this and he got to do more. What the fuck John Ryder do, dude? Honestly. B. Zach Parker and Danny Jacobs get knocked out by Nick Blackwell. When the fans start protecting fighters from the fights that the fans should want to demand and should want to see, then we got a real problem in the sport of boxing. But yeah, of course, I don't think he far past his prime. But of course, 61 fights, 32 years of age may prove that. Injury showing you that. Bad knees, bad hands. That's what happened for an athlete. Your body starts to break down from, it ain't just the fights, it's the training, the running, the calisthenics, the lifting, the training, the sparring, all that. All that. All of it. And then people don't realize, dude, he fighting bigger dudes. Rarely do you see guys move up in weight and consistently stop guys. So he fight naturally bigger guys who can take a punch. But of course he can be past his prime. That's the numbers. And look at the Gennady Golovkin fight if you want to use that as the example. He looked horrible in that fight. They both look like dog shit. We knew Golovkin was old, but he looked horrible in that fight. He ain't look good in a minute, in my opinion. He looked horrible in that fight, bro. Something wasn't quite right. And maybe it was the hand, maybe it was the knee. But he still knocked him out, so nobody says nothing about it. Nobody says nothing about it, but but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I think he'll be past it, but that's what the numbers will tell you. But with his A side behind him and the network and the money behind him, you still gonna have to beat his ass to get a victory. it's going to be a damn near a flawless performance like Mayweather and damn near Dimitri Bivol, where you're going to have to go out there and knock his ass out. And I don't think he showed too much slippage in the punch resistance. Yeah, Ryder hurt him. They said hurt him with a hook. Shit happens. When you beating somebody's ass, of course they're going to pull something out their ass every now and again. And then people go into survival mode. Survival mode don't just mean you in there trying to, survival mode don't entail, or I'm just in there trying to play defense. Sometimes survival mode means, if I gotta pull something on my ass to keep you off me or beat you, I'm gonna do that. So, but yeah, he been past it. But I don't think it's to the point where he probably still beat most of these guys. But do I see him getting in there and beating on beating all these dudes when he was refusing to fight them in the beginning? No, I don't. But we'll see. But Rocky Fielding said it. A lot of people were saying it on the internet. It's just the way boxing goes sometimes. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.